Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's racing show is presented by um, Henny Microsprint and Cage Kart Wings, Chad Rat Construction, Dirt Track Race Cars and Company, and Brody Manning Motorsports. Tonight on the Josh Nolan and Oliver tonight's racing show, let's get these drivers fired up and get these cars on the track. Tonight on the racing show, the Josh Nolan and Oliver S Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube, we have with us Mr. Excitement, Levi Ballard. Welcome to the show, Levi.
Thank you.
So, Levi, let's talk now, okay? How did you end up in a race car?
So I started after my dad because I wanted to start racing.
And that was spring of 2022, Josh. So I was racing a little bit of outlaw karts, and his cousins were racing, and he said he wanted to do some go-kart racing. So we bought him an old used R-Box cart and put him in the seat. And the first year was pretty rough, let me tell you. It was rough. It was a rough go, but we just wanted to get him some seat time.
So, Levi, did you set some goals when you first started racing?
Yeah, at the end of the year, I finally picked up my first win indoor.
Yeah.
Okay. So, have you achieved some of your other goals, Levi?
What about your wins? How many wins did you have, buddy?
Last year I won 51 times.
Yeah, so we had 51 wins last year out of just
like 97 features.
So you raced 97 features and had 51 wins. And so that was pretty cool. And then I got an opportunity to race a junior sprint at Tulsa at the very end of the year as well and made the A main. So our goal there was just to make the A main. And it went out and did really well. So that was pretty cool.
How did you do at Tulsa anyway, Levi?
Pretty good. I made it to the A main and got 9th.
Yeah, he won his first.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he won his qualifier, and then started in the 10 spot, right, buddy? And
I thought I started.
Yeah, the first start was perfect, and the second start he got shuffled back to 17th and worked his way back to 9th, and against some really tough kids. That was his first race ever in a junior sprint, so we were pretty proud of that. Even though after he won the heat and the qualifier, we thought, well, you know what, we have a chance to maybe win this thing, or at least be a top 5 car. And kind of a rough start threw us off a little bit, but hopefully we'll get a better chance next year and make one more run at it.
So, Levi, does racing get pretty stressful for you?
Yeah, sometimes when I don't do that good, my dad gets mad at me.
That's true.
Yeah.
It gets a little stressful, and we have a new rule, Josh, that Mom makes us try to not talk for the first 5 minutes when he gets done racing. She says 10, but I try to give it 5 because sometimes I'm pretty heated and we have high expectations, and so it's probably best to let him get out and get his helmet off and get cooled down before I'm going crazy and trying to figure out what happened. And we've had a lot of success, so I don't want to make it sound like we have a lot of bad nights, but some nights I think he could certainly do better. And so I'm trying to work on staying calm, which is new for me.
Okay. So, Levi, what's it like to be a race car driver and win races?
It means a lot to me. It's really awesome.
Okay. So, how do you celebrate your victories, Levi?
Crossing the checkered flag, I stick my hand out of the side and do a number 1 out of the side of the car.
Speak somebody.
Yeah. So, Levi, how do you thank your sponsors at the end of the season?
We don't really have
sponsors.
Yeah, we don't really have sponsors.
Yeah, at this point we don't really have sponsors. It's just not something we've done. We've just we have our company on the car, and we just kind of kept it clean that way. And so yeah, we haven't done much of the sponsors, but of course we do in the junior sprint. We race for CB Industries. So when he gets a win there, obviously you always thank the team and Chad Boat and for that opportunity to be driving for a great team.
And Levi, I've had Zach Weigel on my racing show a while back. Yeah. So, Levi, okay, what's the story behind your race car number?
So my dad started the number when he was younger, and we just went with it until up till now.
Yeah, we've had that number forever, right? I was number 7 when I was little, and even in karting and motocross, and we've been number 7 forever. And his I was 7 again. His cousins are both number 7, so the whole family runs number 7.
Okay, that's one of my favorite numbers also because of Alan Kowicki. So Levi, what's a good day at the racetrack look like for you?
Every day.
Every day's a good day at the racetrack. A good day's winning, right?
Yeah.
So what's a good day at the race shop look like for you guys?
I don't really go there that much.
Yeah, he's kind of lucky. I don't know if he's lucky or not, but my dad does a ton of the work on the carts, and so he's retired, and so he keeps Levi's carts. Levi has 4 carts right now, so he has an indoor cart, 2 outdoor carts that are BP class, and he's working on a 125 250 right now. And so luckily my dad does a ton of the mechanical work on that, and then of course in his junior sprint racing for CB Industries, we just show up with our helmet and suit and jump in, and of course they help him a lot with his driving technique and setting the car up. But I don't have to do much with that one, which is kind of nice. So but we're pretty fortunate to have a ton of the mechanical work, because he is constantly trying to make everything absolutely perfect to get, every 10th matters when, in the kart racing world.
So at the track, do you help work on your carts too, Levi?
Sometimes.
What's your most favorite job working on the carts?
Washing my car and washing the tires.
Yeah.
Okay. So Levi, what's your favorite racetrack you've raced on?
Almost all of them.
Almost all of them.
Okay. What's your least favorite track, Levi?
Newton, because it's like a 1-lane track now.
Yeah. So he was a little frustrated with Newton. And again, I want to make sure that we're clear that Newton's a great track, and Jason does an awesome job with the track. But the track was almost so good last year that it made it really tough to pass. And Levi's an aggressive driver, and when he has to follow, when you're stuck behind somebody for 8 to 10 laps and you can't make a clean pass on him, I think there was a lot of frustration, and we weren't the only ones feeling that. But when you're a faster car and you can't get around somebody without driving dirty, and we don't drive dirty, so I think there was some frustration at the end of the year, right, buddy?
Because they put cones down the straightaway, so then you can't go that low.
Right.
So there's only like 2 lanes.
So Levi, what have you learned as a race car driver?
To not be on the top and always be on the bottom.
Always, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
so Levi, yeah, very cool. So Levi, let's talk about your mohawk. Where did that idea come from?
I've just had it for a few years, and I thought that I should just keep it.
Everybody knows him as the Mohawk Kid, so we got to keep it. It's actually kind of short right now, but we try to keep a point for him at the races.
Are you going to change colors in it every so often, or?
We haven't changed the color, but we did have his number 7 shaved in the side of his head most of last season. So we'll see about that. I don't know if I'm talented enough to do an 87, because that's his junior sprint number is 8. I'm not sure I'm talented enough to put that in the side of his head just yet.
Yeah. So Levi, who is the race car driver you like to watch or look up to?
What's your favorite?
Tanner Holmes.
Have you ever met Tanner Holmes?
Met him a couple times, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've met him a couple times, actually. He actually pitted right by us.
Yeah, I actually met him once when he was driving the 1H 410 sprint car for Shark Racing.
Right, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, we actually have the same birthday, and we've ran into him several times at several different tracks, and he's always been really good to Levi. He's really good with all the kids, actually. But we've several times, and actually pitted right by him at Shawnee about a month ago. So
okay. So Levi, do you have a racing page that the racing fans can follow you on?
Yes, Team Levi Racing on Instagram and Facebook.
So go hit up Team Levi Racing on Facebook and Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. So are you looking for sponsors for this racing season, Levi?
Uh, not really.
Not really, yeah. Maybe a big one. I said we'd maybe do a big one. I said so if they ever catch this, I'm like, I would do a Red Bull car or a monster car. But yeah, we kind of like our color schemes and kind of like our stuff, and but at some point we'll probably get an opportunity maybe for a bigger sponsor, and we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, definitely. So Levi, do you have a racing nickname?
Yes, it's Beef Stick.
Because you enjoy beef sticks, right?
Yep.
3 a night, 3 every night. It's 3 beef. Mom nicknamed him Beef Stick, and he didn't like it at first, but we just we go with it.
So Levi, I want to thank you and your dad Corey for being a part of the racing show with us tonight. Once you get ready to get into your season a little bit, I would love to have you back on here again. Something I didn't tell you when we were warming up, Levi, on the last round is I do have a racing nickname myself. I am the Full Throttle rock star.
Nice.
So Levi, also was going to tell you too, if you come out with racing shirts, let me know because I would like to represent you with either a shirt or a hooded sweatshirt on my YouTube show.
Thank you.
Yep, I think we might for you, Josh. I know we got some new stuff in the works, and you sent me your size, so I think I might have one coming for you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. But with that being said, Levi, do you have any questions for me tonight?
Not really.
Okay. I know you're looking forward to warmer weather though, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be racing down in Oklahoma next week and California the week after. So hopefully we'll get some warm weather. We were down in Florida at a race, and of course when we were down there, it was like 50s or 60s. It was not the typical Florida weather.
I have another question for you guys. Do you guys televise Levi's races on your Facebook page?
Yeah, we're starting to. Lindsay, my wife, always videos all the races, and then so we'll start sharing those on his Facebook page, and then of course most of the bigger races are now on one of the racing channels, which is kind of nice. But yeah, so even his win he picked up last Saturday at DuQuoin at the Winter Indoor Nationals is on his Team Levi page, and so if you want to watch the 20-lap feature, anybody can jump.
Definitely.
Picked up a win.
Okay. So Levi, where do you want to be? Where do you want to be at with your racing career? What do you want to do? What's the big picture with your racing career?
So when I get a little bit older, I want to start racing a sprint car, and then
World of Outlaw sprint car?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
NASCAR.
He told me he was going to win the Daytona 500 and take his trophy to Waffle House. So I'm like, all right, buddy, let's go.
I have a better idea, Levi. How about you win the Indy 500? That's bigger yet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. He wants to get that driller next year too, which we know is super hard. But a couple of his teammates picked up a driller this year, and so he wants to hopefully get a driller at Tulsa, and he wants to be at the Chili Bowl when he's hopefully 13 and in a midget. So we'll see. We'll see how far he wants to go with it, and we're going to give him every opportunity to do so.
Yeah. So Levi, Corey, have you told Levi quite a bit about the Indianapolis 500?
I haven't. That's just not, and I don't follow that. I don't follow Indy much. So
okay. Do you two know what happens when you win the Indy 500?
Well, I don't. I mean, I don't know exactly. I've got a pretty
you get the Borg Warner trophy, and then you get a wreath around you in victory lane. Then they ask you as a driver when you come in to sign in for your first practice or whatever for the month. They'll ask you what your favorite type of milk is to drink: 1%, 2%, chocolate, or strawberry. And then whatever milk you choose, then if you win the Indy 500, you get an ice cold glass bottle of milk to drink and dump over you in victory lane. And then on top of that, you get a check separate from your crew, and your check is over $3.5 million.
Nice. I have seen the milk. I did not realize that the check. I knew those guys made a pretty good chunk of change, but yeah, the Indy is that is a deal.
Yeah, and if you win the Indy 500, Levi and Corey, then Chevy's a big sponsor of that, so you may end up with a brand new Corvette out of the deal on top of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gonna do he's gonna have some opportunity to do some asphalt racing next year as well. So we're looking at both Legends and Bandoleros, and so we'll probably get him on some asphalt in the next year here or two, and try to get him diversified a little bit there, and see where that path takes him.
yes, exactly, definitely. But thank you guys for being on the racing show with me tonight, Levi and Corey. It's been our pleasure to sit down and talk to you guys. And once this goes out to YouTube, share it out on your pages and get the fans to come to your page and our page both.
Absolutely, we will.
Yep. But thank you guys very much. I'll have you guys step out, and I will call you a little bit to thank you in person.
All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Levi Ballard Racing. Go to Team Levi Racing on Facebook and Instagram. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to sponsor this racing show or be on this racing show, feel free to text us or call us at 712-209-713, or you can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com. But and ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, let's get a little racing news update in there for you. Congratulations to Daniel Suarez for picking up the NASCAR win last week in Atlanta, and also congratulations to Kyle Busch for picking up the Craftsman Truck Series win. And also congratulations to Nicholas Denton, aka Cole Trickle, for winning in his Legend car last weekend and down in Atlanta also. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, drag racing is getting ready to get into full swing. IndyCar is too. Definitely, dirt track is already in full swing. A lot of the guys are down at the Clash of the Coast for IMCA competition. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night. Catch you later. Another episode of the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show #1 on YouTube. And continue living life at full throttle.